saying that cop killed her son. Think that's really what happened?
Is whether she believe herself.
Everybody got their hustles, Faye. Just gotta find ours.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 2. This is the final predictions. So down below, I want you guys to give me your final predictions for this episode. You already know what's about to go down. It will be Detective Burke's funeral, so everybody will be smoking on that pack in this episode. The question is, how will Detective Howard cover all of this up? I already know he gonna be nervous as hell. And what's gonna go down with your boy Kanan and his new hustle? We also know that Stefano, he will approach Rock in this episode for one last job. But we're gonna go over this description one last time. After that, we're gonna go over those exclusive pictures, and then we're gonna get the final predictions for the trailer. Now the title of the episode is called Flip Mode, and the description of the episode reads, Rock continues her farewell tour with one last job for the Mafia, while Kanan dives further into the drug game with an innovative business idea. Howard faces a new threat at the precinct. So those are the key things that we're going to have to look out for in tonight's episode of Raising Kanan. We have to remember, for the last two seasons in episode 2, somebody gets dropped off. Season 1, D-Wiz, he's up out of here. Season 2, your boy Scrappy, up out of here. So in Season 3, Episode 2, we're going to see if they continue the trend. We're going to see if another body gets dropped off. I want y'all to leave those predictions down below if y'all think that's going to be the case. So let's go over these exclusive pictures and talk about what may happen in this episode. Now, this first picture right here, Juliana, she has returned. We know Rock told her she's out of her weight class, right? We know she can dish it out, but can she take it? We know it was not looking too good for her back in Season 1, but Rock, she saved her. Now we're going to see if Juliana is really about that life in Season 3, because she's looking like she's controlling things. I mean, her cousin, Joaquin, he's just sitting there looking like he's taking orders all of a sudden, but we're going to see what time it is. I told you guys, Rock, she needs to go ahead and get payback. Well, at least I think she is going to get payback. There's no way in the hell she's going to let that just slide. But that's just my opinion. Now, also in these pictures, we see Nicole's pops. He is back. He's having a conversation with the jukebox. And I would not be surprised if it's about Detective Burke, because we know he thought Burke was the one that had something to do with Nicole. But Jukebox told him the truth last season, that Nicole was the one that took the drugs out of her bag. And it was not Detective Burke's fault at all, right? So we're going to see what time it is. We're going to see if Nicole's dad is going to take this information and try to use it against Jukebox. Because if he does, if he tries to do something fishy, we already know his days are going to be numbered, right? So we're going to find out soon enough. Now, this picture right here, we can see Adina and we see Detective Burke's father. So I'm pretty sure that, Adina is going to look into this, because Burke told her if anything happens to her, basically, it ain't what it seems, that somebody most likely took her out. So this is going to be very interesting, because we know Adina most likely is not going to let this slide. I want to know how her father is going to react, because he continued to defend the police department, her partner, which is Detective Howard. I mean, he defends them all the time. So I want to know if his tone is going to change this time around. Now, also in these pictures, we see Detective Howard. I mean, look at him. He's looking and he's seeing like, man, I done slipped up. He is probably going to be lying his butt off in this episode, trying to cover his tracks. We already know it's going to be a new task force coming in, which is going to be a major threat to everybody. Now, this picture right here, we can see your boy Ronnie, and look at him. The man's looking crazy as hell. He's watching everything that moves, and I just can't wait till he snaps, because we know eventually that's going to happen. And in this picture right here, we can see Unique looking like he's pissed off at his brother Ronnie. We see Ronnie with that iron, making sure he got extra starch, because he wants to make sure that his clothes is extra crispy. I can't wait to see this scene, because most likely, based off this picture, he's going to piss Unique off. Now, this picture right here, we can see Lulu with Jukebox. They putting in that work. We ready for another hit, Jukebox. We ready for another hit. and we know eventually Jukebox will be a part of, a young R&B group. But what about your boy Famous? What he gonna be on? Now this picture right here, we can see your boy Stefano and Unique. The exclusive clip dropped yesterday, and I'm pretty sure these two will be in business together. But Stefano, he wants to know what's up with Rock and if she's really out of the game, which we know at the end of the day, she gonna be back in it full force. Now this picture right here, we can see Marvin and Lulu, and it's looking like Marvin has seen something that's made him upset. We know in this episode, Marvin most likely is about to catch a body because he has the, the mailbox uniform on. So y'all know he gonna put in work in episode 2. Now this picture right here, we can see Detective Howard giving his speech at Detective Burke's funeral. Most likely lying his butt off, as I told you guys. But in this speech, I'm pretty sure he's gonna tell the truth about who his partner was. And it's gonna be hell to pay, man. They ain't gonna just let this slide. The question is, as I told you guys before, how will Howard end up, hiding all of this and making sure no one finds out the truth? Now let's go over the trailer one last time to give those final predictions. Now we already know Kanan will be having a conversation with his moms about what happened to Detective Burke. And of course the word will be she took herself out. But we already know what time it is. Ain't no way in the hell that happened because your boy Howard, he eliminated the threat. I'm pretty sure they're going to put some, things together and feel like Howard handled the job. I know Rock will, but I want to know if Howard will lie about it. You know what I'm saying? Most likely he will, but it's going to be funny to see him not tell Rock the truth. But it is what it is. He had to do what he had to do. Now, my final predictions for Rock and Unique, we already know the Mafia, they coming in. Rock will be doing one last job. I want to know if this one last job is going to involve Salvo Selly. Will Stefano have her do something? Whatever it is, I believe is going to be something where Stefano was making some money or whatever, or something that benefits him. But Rock's going to realize that she loves this game. She can't get away from it, y'all, no matter what. So she can say that she's done, that she's out. But come on, we know deep down inside, Rock is built for this, right? As I told you guys earlier, we already know Stefano and Unique, they're going to talk about this, as well as probably what they need to do as far as, the business. Now, my final predictions for Kanan and his new hustle, I believe he's going to do well. I think he's going to go out there and, put in this work, get that money. He's going to have a crew out there doing what they need to do. But it seems like Famous, he doesn't really agree on what's going on or whatever. I don't know if it's the illegal activity or the legal activity. We know the guy was talking about, we were hiring or whatever, but it seems like Famous ain't trying to put in that work, and that's a problem. Like, come on, the rent is due, Famous. You got to do something. You can't keep sitting around not doing anything. So if you got to do an actual real job, you need to just do it. But y'all know Kanan, he gonna make sure that real job gonna have some illegal activities up in it. And we know eventually, I don't know if it's gonna happen in this episode, but we know that Rock is gonna give Famous some money, and Kanan is gonna slap Famous for taking that money. I hope it's this episode. I cannot wait to see that scene. Now, and my final prediction for your girl Jukebox, I believe she will go to Detective Burke's funeral. She's gonna be ducked off, but she's going to pay her respects because deep down inside, Jukebox felt some type of way about Burke because of what she's done for her. So I cannot wait to see how this all is going to play out. I told you guys, don't be surprised if Jukebox is going to see Detective Howard as a threat because she saw him go to Nicole's pop's house, so she understands what he was doing. So just watch out for her actions, man. She going to be on one, in my opinion. Now, we also know your boy Marvin, he will have on that mailbox uniform. And of course, the people are saying that he could be catching a body. Could it be Nicole's pops? Could it be somebody else? Could he be in an area that he's not supposed to be? So he had to dress up as a, a mailman. Well, we know he had some issues back in season 2. And he used, Salvo Selly's son to handle the job. And we all seen how that ended up, right? So your boy Marvin is definitely going to be on one in this next episode. But you guys, y'all let me know exactly what y'all think is going to happen in episode 2. It's an episode that you don't want to miss. I told you, if you're going off those trends, usually a body gets dropped off in episode 2 based off season 1 and season 2. So it's going to be crazy, man. But I will catch you guys tonight for the quick thoughts, early impressions. So be on the lookout for that video. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Well, let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.